So, good morning, everyone. Thank you for making your time, especially on a Sunday morning. Really not something which is easy, but tells volumes about you guys wanna do something better today. So, let's get the ball rolling. So, in the last class, we discussed about harnesses, and then we understood there are different harnesses: new, perform, confirm, and review. And we deep dived into new harness and we saw what exactly a new harness is all about. We created the new harness by enabling it on the flow, and then we were able to add our changes there, and we verified how exactly does it depict on the screen. So predominantly understanding is a harness is a container for one or more sections. That's what we saw yesterday. Today we'll go on the same lines further in understanding what is perform harness. Perform harness. Yesterday we understood what is a new harness. Today we'll understand what is perform harness. Like we saw yesterday, perform harness, it's called on each assignment in the flow. We saw that yesterday, right? This it is responsible for loading the flow action on each assignment. Perform harness is responsible for loading each flow action in the action uh, loading the flow action in each assignment. Assignment, right? That's what this is enabling. We saw that yesterday. We used the live UI tool and we also verified that. Let us go back to our UI and understand what does the perform harness have. Like we said, every screen, every assignment will be uh, having a flow action which is getting loaded, and perform harness is something which is responsible for that on every assignment. We understood what is a new harness. Before the work object gets created, a harness which gets enabled is a new harness, and once the work object is created, we'll be seeing something like perform harness. So this is the assignment. Customer details flow action on my customer's flow is the assignment. This is a assignment which will have a corresponding harness. How can I verify that? I can go to live UI and I can check that. I clicked live UI and then click on any property, go on top. You should be able to see. Are we able to see that, guys? Perform harness. Under perform harness we see a lot of stuff. Don't we see that? There is something called as py case action area. This is something which is responsible to display the flow action area. See, if you see the outside box, it has highlighted the entire flow action area, customer details flow action. Yes or no? Right? In the same way, like case information is also getting populated, and there is some non-auto generated section. There is the py case main inner, which opens the assignments and shows the entire stuff pretty much, right? We are able to see that. So all these sections are embedded inside my perform harness. All these sections are embedded inside my perform harness. px case main, py case action area, customer details section, there is one non-auto generated section. All these sections are sitting inside this perform harness. Yes or no? Let me open it. Let's try to tweak this perform harness. One way is going to live UI and accessing it. See, I was able to open the perform harness. Another way to access this is, there's another way as well. How can I go through the rule? We can see that every assignment will have enablement for this performance. I will show you that. So this is how we were able to come here. Let me close this. Let's think of a requirement using which we will have to modify this perform harness, right? So let's say we have to update our perform harness, add, for example, today, if you see here, there is a, just take a look. We have px case main, py case action area, and this customer detail section. Let us say I want to add a header also to this particular perform harness. Okay, how exactly can we do that? What all that you have to take away today is, like, understand that perform harness is present on each and every assignment within a flow, and how exactly can we modify it. That is what we'll be focusing on today, as of today. So we'll try to see what changes we can incorporate. First thing, how can I access it? You can come through live UI, and you can see that through every assignment by clicking on any field. You can go there, or what you can do, let me disable this. Or what did we say? We told that this is responsible for each and every assignment's flow action to be shown there. So let us go into the flow, click on any assignment, transaction information assignment. Let me click on that. Okay, and if I come down, I should have an option which tells what harness is being utilized. If I expand the assignment details, I should be able to see use case type policy, which is nothing but your perform harness, which we are able to verify. From here also you should be able to access that. This is kind of advanced in this guy. Okay, no problem. See, if you don't want to use perform harness, you can also skip that and change that. But typically, or it's ideal that you should be using only perform harness in your assignment. You can access it from here as well. The harness name is something which we used to give, but in 8.7 I think they have modified that. You're not able to see that anymore. So ideally, typically, the perform harness is what which is loading it. We saw that. Let us see on any other assignment if we do have that option. Okay, so they are using performance by default, and they are using this use case type policy to enable that, which is fine. So we can access it through live UI only, and we can open that. Right now I do have the perform harness which is getting loaded. I'll open that. So if you see, it comes as part of theme Cosmos, which is the rule set which Pega has provided. We didn't create this. This is not alpha art or anything. Theme Cosmos is a theme which we chose when we built the application. While building the application, we chose a theme. Yes or no? There was a React theme as well as there was a Cosmos theme. We told we are choosing theme Cosmos. If you see, because this is a user interface rule, it is going to be into this particular rule set. That's fine. This is what Pega has provided. What do I do if I have to modify that? I can save as this and I can do the changes in my own rule set. In my own rule set, I can perform those changes. How can I do that? All I have to do is save as this guy. Let us save as it in our own rule set, which is alpha auto 010101. Okay, let's keep the class same. Let's see how it impacts. Create and open. It doesn't impact, it is just that we want to access all the rules which are there in workdash also. That is why we'll keep it in workdash only. If you see the rules which were there, the sense like py case main header and other sections which we saw, all those sections are not present in my work class, but they are in the higher class, which is workdash. That is why I have kept it enabled. So I saved it in workdash only, but in my rule set. Why? So that I can modify it. If I go here, I can't modify it. It is locked, and I don't have a checkout option also. That is why I saved as this thing in my rule set, and now I want to perform some changes to it. To start with, let's delete what is there. Okay. So I want to delete this. Perfect. That's gone. Let me delete this guy also. Delete. Okay. I have deleted that. Let me save this guy. Let us modify this. So now, right now my perform harness has nothing. It has nothing. I'll try to modify it. Let me change this from whatever it was to something else. If you see, all I have done is this existing harness. I'll discard this and check out again. Discard. See, it is in alpha auto 0100, which we saved as. Okay, I'll check out. All we are doing is we are trying to modify whatever existing changes are there here. I want to delete whatever it is offering here. Right click on that, or just select this and click on delete. This should take away that. Perfect. Okay, and you can pretty much delete this also, I guess. No, okay. This is the default one which stays. No problem. Header wrapper. Perfect. Deleted that also. Delete this. Okay, this looks clean. No problem. Now let me select the screen layout and change it to something else. I do have lot of options: header, footer, content only, and stuff like that. Let us say I want header and footer. Okay, if it tells fixed header and fixed footer, don't worry about that. Let's just say okay. Perfect. So this gave us 3 slots. It's telling here in this screen layout, it is telling drag your sections is what it is saying. Are we able to see that? Drag your sections here is what it's saying. A format I have chosen is header and a footer sort of a format is what I have chosen. Let us just click on this thing and see what options do I have on this gear icon. So if I see here on the gear icon, I see that always and use current page context is what else. Let us say I want to show a header detail here. So let me call the header section. Pega out of the box, it provides you a header section, which is py case header, I guess. Py case action case header, sorry, okay, py case header. And is there a py case header outer that is more accurate? But if it is not there, we'll use the same one. No worries. Case header. Let us see if it saves. Okay, so let us modify this to py case header. This is something which we do have. So I'm using out of the box. I didn't develop this section. This section is already existing. Pega has provided it. How can I know? You can open this from here. It will open a section which was already created and which is present. See, in Pega end user rule set it is present, and this is the header. This is the section details. Like they also, the Pega developers have created this a sample section with save, other action, and something which the anyone who's trying to build, he can reuse. He doesn't have to create the header section again. He'll just reuse it. Okay. Let us say I'm reusing the same thing. Okay, let us say submit. Perfect. So I should have that section populated here. No problem. That's done. Now let me add the action area. Always it will be like this, right? There will be a header, there will be a footer, and then there will be action area. There will be a header bar where we are seeing, see, application, launch, and all this. And footer, we are seeing some debugging tools. And then this is the work area or action area. Similarly, when you're trying to design your UI also, you will have an action area where the user will perform his operations. Let us specify that also. There is again a Pega out of the box PY action area. PY case action area, right? Let us use this PY case action area. Perfect. Submit this. Either no action. Okay, no problem. That's fine. Don't worry about that. Now let's go to the third section drop. Okay, and then we'll specify some header from some footer here. Let me open this, and there is a footer section, or we can specify a local action. Let us say px local action is one of the uh, is it valid? No, it's not there. Local info. Let us see if we have anything for footer. Nope. That py case footer. No, there is no footer related section at all. So we will have to build something for that, or we can see what is there here and then we can pick that thing. Let us use live UI. And UI reference. Okay, PC studio footer. Okay, this is my studio footer. I don't want that. I want something which is inside the section. Main page section in container. Property reference. Okay, let's go back to this thing and see if we can find something. What do we have in px? Edit data fields, create main wrapper, follow, unfollow, action area, display error, archive. Mhm. We don't have anything specific for footer. Maybe we'll have to build something from scratch, or for now we'll give some out of the box one, and then we can, okay, create case footer. We have something called as py create case footer. We can use that also. No problem. Let's use this. The takeaway from here is how you can, modify it and use it. You know, that's what we are trying to see here. Anyways, this is how you can go to a perform harness and change or perform a certain operation on top of it, right? Let us see what changes can we give here. So case footer always current context. Perfect. Okay, no problem. Let us submit this. Now let us save and see what does this offer on UI for us. I have saved this. So the existing user interface looks like this. See, because the perform harness is showing you these details. Let us see what does this new change show us. Let us see that. Hmm. One, sorry, 1203 hyphen 2 does not exist. Hyphen 3. Where is my customer table, right? That's where we can find them. Records. Hyphen 1. Let us search for this guy. Okay, we are able to find it. Let us click create and see if there is any change in the UI after we have put those changes. Do we see that, guys? How we have modified the out of the box behavior to appear like this. Now if you see one of the out of the box header we are using, because of which the case is appearing like this. If you see here, it used to appear like this. This was the out of the box perform harness which we are using, which is this one. But now see, because we built this custom, this is showing like this. Does it make sense, guys? Yes, no. This is how we will be able to modify a perform harness. This will give you an understanding of how you can modify a perform harness. See, it is present on each and every flow action. How can you go there? See, if you just click a field, go up, it will show you. See, it has py case action area, which we included, and a perform harness. Let's assume I don't want this to be picked, this perform harness to be picked. How can I stop that, guys? How can I use availability to stop this? Sorry. How can I use availability? We did the availability part, right? What availability can I set to this so that this guy is not picked, but anything previous to this can get picked? Yeah, what can I set the availability as? Not available. Very good. So if you set this as not available, your job is done. Save. And now when you create any work object, This has to pick anything before that or in a different rule set. Yes or no? See? Wow. I have to check in this thing. Oh, it is still available. My bad. The personal edition has this issue. Like, sometimes when you even set the value, it doesn't take. So you will have to like do it 3, 4 times maybe. Okay. I think I can do this. Check in first. Now check out. Come on. This is crazy. Nothing fancy. Understanding what is perform harness. On each and every assignment, perform harness is specified. If you have to modify that, you will have to go there and modify. See, now we have marked it as not available. Let us save this. Maybe check in, so that this changes go in. Updated. Say, whatever we built, that UI, it's not adding any value to the UI. It's not looking good. So let's say we don't want it. But you might have a custom implementation instead of this box. They might want to have something else, maybe a dollar symbol or anything specific to your customer's requirement. You can go and modify that. All you have to do is save as this guy and modify that section. Yes or no? Whatever out of the box you have to save as that and just edit and modify this particular section, whatever section is included. What is that section? See, py.px case main is the section itself. You can go there and modify that. If you open that, you will be able to see that design, what design they have called here. So as this section and modify it to your own choice. See, this is what is getting showcased there. Yes or no? You can modify that. Instead of this thing, if you want some other image, you can go and include image. Didn't we understand how to include images and icons using binary file? Yes? No? See, this inside this section there is another section. When you go to when you click on this thing, it will be opening your other section, which is PI case preview. Ultimately, all this goes and sits inside your perform harness. You can go there and modify that. Save as this guy and put it in your custom rule set. Whatever, for example, alpha auto is my rule set. Instead of this thing, I want something else. I can modify that. I can just say come here and say I don't want that header, but I want something else. You can modify and you can pick the custom image. Case header. They have built a case header. All these are Pega out of the box rules. Everything coming as part of theme Cosmos. Case header. You don't want that? Come here and modify to whatever you need. Are we able to understand, guys? Let us see if our availability which we have blocked, it is working. Okay. Now let me go to what is availability? Not available. So this shouldn't get picked up. Let us see if it is happening. Now whatever was showing before should come instead of that guy. And create. See? Does it make sense, guys? Yes? No? And you can modify if you want to do your changes, you can do it. Why Pega has already built this is because they don't want you to waste time in building the header and all. So you can already use the out of the box perform harness. All you need is this number should be matching whatever nomenclature your company wants to have. For example, let's say in India you have Geo. For Geo, they want the number to start with J hyphen. You can do that. Just go to that py default data transform, modify your stuff, and then it will appear. And rest of the stuff is same. Here, whatever you have configured in your section with respect to Geo will come up. Yes or no? Does it make sense, guys? Right? So these are two harnesses which we have understood so far. One is new harness, another is perform harness. Both we have understood.